back for more action and discussion. And this one is going to be a good update, good info for you guys, and just to prepare for what's coming with this AI progress, trend, whatever you want to call it. And yes, probably unfortunately, it's going to affect Pastor Bob Joyce in some ways. Maybe not directly, but maybe I should say affect his audience and anyone that's paying attention to him. I actually did this video already a few hours ago in the car, but the audio was muted for some reason. So I thought I would try again one more time and say hello to you all while Cassie gets her exercise. And yeah, we'll see how take two goes for us. So, what do I mean about AI affecting Pastor Bob? Well, there's more than anything, what I would want to cover is the topic of deepfakes, which, if you're not familiar with that term, it's basically when AI is able to produce, say, a video of someone well known. I've seen some really good ones of like Tom Cruise and Morgan Freeman and others. But a deep fake is just one that is basically so convincing and so realistic that you can't tell the difference. Excuse me. And the technology has probably already existed for a while, but what most average people, let's say you and me, who would want to maybe download an app and be able to make something that's a deep fake, it's pretty good, but it's not like the super high end stuff that, I don't know, big film companies would have access to, or just, yeah, the computer geeks, right? The ones who are really at the cutting edge of the technology. But why do I mention this? Because, well, Pastor Bob talked recently about how there's people on the internet who are basically slandering his name. Is that a good way of putting it? By saying that he's just focused on the money and he's being selfish and it's all about him and his music and, you know, all that kind of stuff, which we know is not correct. But I mean, if people were saying that about me, I would have to do the same thing and go on the record and be like, you guys can dig wherever you want to, however you want to, but it's just wrong. And so that's basically what he did. And I'm glad he did. I'm sure you are as well. However, Pastor Bob, Household of Faith Church, all of you and me, what we should keep in mind is that there's always going to be those people on the internet saying those things for one motive or another. They're going to keep saying it. It's not going to go away. And there's also probably always going to be channels that act like they are him. And there's a few that do a pretty convincing job. And I mean, we could hope that these companies would clean it up, but it's probably just not going to happen for one reason or another. But looking into the future, and this is now what I want to share with you all to be aware of that maybe we haven't seen yet. Now, there are a few deepfake videos out there of Pastor Bob. They're not very good. At least I didn't think they were that good. But they do trick some people, and they have. And so they're already out there, but where I'm watching the new able to have access to the technology to be able to create really good deep fakes. What we're looking at in the very near future is a whole lot more of them about Pastor Bob with his face and voice and being very believable. So that's why it's super important that you and I are aware of that it's coming, and to right now, before it gets any crazier, take note of those who you follow, listen to, have built up trust with, meaning you've watched them, listened to them long enough that you can trust their content. And you might want to just kind of stick with those. And so when you start seeing some shocking new video and it looks exactly like Pastor Bob Joyce and sounds like him, maybe there's even a little bit of him singing in there, like the whole 9 yards, that your first thought is not, oh, it's true, and I can't believe he said that, and it's real. Instead of thinking that immediately, the best thing you can do is to pause, think about everything you've heard and seen in recent years, and ask yourself the question, is this really legit? Because even though the deep fakes are getting really good now and they're going to get better, there's still going to be clues. Using your discernment, the Holy Spirit speaking to you in a variety of ways that AI cannot fool you on, there's going to be clues. Maybe you just need to comment and ask and see what our community here says about it when it happens. But unfortunately, that's why I'm here with this little message to say it's coming. You think it's been confusing and annoying already? I'm sorry, it's probably going to get worse, because that's just how some people are. They're going to try to capitalize on it, and they're going to try to get your views and attention by using the technology as soon as it's available. So just count on it. But like I said, the silver lining in all of this is that there will definitely be clues. And one advantage we have already is seeing where things are headed. So to be not just reactive to it, but predictive and ready for when it comes. So I'm going to wrap it up there, I think. Things have been strange on here with this topic, and I'm pretty sure I know why, but sometimes I got to go back to playing this game. And before I go, make sure you guys all check out the brand new website that is still being rolled out as I say it every day, mattsavinamusic.com. It's really coming together nicely so far, but we still got lots more construction to do on it, and new updates are happening every day, but it is live right now, so you can go check it out. And basically, it's going to be a one-stop shop for, once it's finished completely anyway, all the links from all the different channels and projects that I've been a part of or my team has been helping me with. And so streams, music, videos, links, all in one place. And part of the reason is because there's just too much to share, like in a video description on this video or any video. But there was so many reasons why I wanted to launch a website for you guys, so that even if you have, questions in the future, maybe a topic like this came up, you'd very easily be able to send out an email or use the 24/7 chat feature on there, find out how to get a hold of me and that kind of stuff. So hold that thought. Okay, so like I said, things have been kind of weird today on the tubes, so I'm gonna wrap it up now, and I will see you all again soon. So until next time, thanks and God bless.